Welcome to Clue 1 of the Westknits Mystery Shawl Knit Along. We're going to start with a long tail cast on of 2 stitches, but do not make a slip knot. Instead, place the yarn on top of the needle. Your left hand is in the long tail cast on position, and then cast on 1 stitch using the long tail cast on. We have a total of 2 stitches, quick and easy. We're going to turn to work row 1 right side. We're going to knit 1 and yarn over 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then bring the yarn in front to slip that last stitch. Slip 1 with yarn in front. And we're going to slip that stitch purlwise. Row 2, wrong side, knit 1. And then knit 1, purl 1 into each yarn over. Knit 1, purl 1, and then take it off. Knit 1, bring the yarn in front to purl, take another yarn over off. We're going to do that 5 times. Knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. We have a total of 10 stitches. Bring the yarn in front to slip that last stitch purlwise. Next, we're going to grab color B. I have this nice crisp white to work row 3, right side. Knit to the middle of the row. We have 12 total stitches, so we're going to knit those first 6. And yarn over 5 times. Knit to the last stitch. Slip 1 with yarn in front. And row 4, wrong side, we're going to knit to those 5 yarn overs. And there are those 5 yarn overs. And again, knit 1, purl 1 into each yarn over. Be careful as you knit 1, purl 1 into each yarn over. You're taking that yarn over off. Sometimes an extra yarn over might want to slip off the needle. Don't worry, if that happens, just put it back on. Or you can just knit 1, purl 1 into that slipped off yarn over. Just make sure at the end of all your knitting and purling that you go back and check that you have 10 total stitches into that big hole. So you got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 stitches coming from those 5 yarn overs. And knit to the last stitch. Slip 1 with yarn in front. We're going to reach row 5, right side, and we're going to work with color A again. So turn the work. I always place the color I just worked, color B, on top of the color I'm about to work, color A. So I'm going to bring color A up from below and knit to the middle of the row. Every time you knit to the middle of the row, it's always going to be 5 more stitches than the last right side row. So here is that big hole with the 10 stitches. I'm going to knit 5 of those stitches, and then I'll be at the middle of my row. You can also follow the chart that comes with this week's clue, so you know how many stitches are after each row and how many stitches you need to knit until you reach the middle of the row. But you can also eyeball it. So I knit those first 5 coming from that big hole. I'm going to yarn over 5 times and knit to the last stitch. Slip 1 with yarn in front. And on that wrong side, knit to those 5 yarn overs. The rows are quickly getting longer and longer. So it's going to take a little longer each time to get to those 5 yarn overs. And knit 1, purl 1 into each yarn over. And one more, knit 1, purl 1, off. and knit to the last stitch. And slip that last stitch again with yarn in front. So we're going to repeat those last 4 rows, rows 3 through 6, twice more, then repeat rows 3 and 4 once more for a total of 82 stitches. And any time as you're repeating, you can take this cast on, those 2 little stitches we used. It's really sloppy. We're going to take this out. We're going to take out our cast on. Don't worry, just pull on the strands. Your stitches aren't going to go anywhere. There we go. I think there were about 3 motions I had to do there. But I slipped that cast on off so it's not so loose and sloppy anymore. It's going to leave this gap, and this is what we want. We're going to have this gap at the beginning of clue 1. You can spread it out and start to see these giant big holes that are taking place. Really, really fun. So continue to repeat those rows and come back. You can press pause and come back to rows 17 and 18. I'm going to show another little yarn over trick there. So you just finished your repeats and you have 82 total stitches and you're ready to work row 17 and 18. Here I just worked row 17 on the right side with those decreases and double yarn overs. So go ahead and work row 17 if you haven't already and join me for row 18. Row 18 wrong side, knit 1, and knit another one, and we have a knit 1, purl 1 into double yarn over. Knit 1, purl 1 into the double yarn over. 2 total stitches. 2 knit stitches, and again knit 1, off, purl 1, off. Only 2 stitches into the double yarn over. This is different from how we work into those 5 yarn overs at the center. Again, we have knit 2 stitches and a knit 1, purl 1 into double yarn over. You're going to work this way to the center of the row where you have those 5 yarn overs and continue to work the row and all the following rows. This little yarn over trick is the last little tool you need in your toolbox to conquer clue 1. So I'll see you back here next week for clue 2.